From science to spirituality, a journey to find the truth. Science today is often hailed as the ultimate truth, but history shows us that scientific knowledge is always evolving and changing. The theory of the atom, once believed to be the smallest, indivisible particle, is now known to be made up of many smaller, subatomic particles. Newton's theory of gravity, a cornerstone of physics, described gravity as a pulling force. But then Einstein discovered it's actually the curvature of space-time, which explains phenomena Newton couldn't, like the bending of light around stars. What's even more thought-provoking is that in a world heavily influenced by capitalism, some scientific research gets distorted for business interests. For instance, a 2016 report in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that the sugar industry once paid researchers to shift public attention from the harms of sugar to fat. Or consider how tobacco companies spent decades distorting information about the dangers of smoking. From belief to discovery. I used to be someone who believed in science without a doubt. But my experience working in the healthcare industry showed me that many research findings are designed to support what the funders want. This led me to start questioning, what is the real truth? A major turning point in my life came during the Great Flood in 2011. I had to evacuate and take a break from work, which showed me how uncertain and fragile life is. So, I decided to use that time to practice meditation based on Buddhist teachings. Even though I had read hundreds of Dharma books before, I never truly understood them until I started practicing myself. On that day, I experienced a peace I had never known before and truly understood the Buddha's words, "There is no greater happiness than peace." This made me see that Buddhist teachings, the Dharma, aren't just a philosophy or a belief, but a truth you can prove for yourself. Buddhism and science, where discoveries converge. What's amazing is that the more science advances, the more it aligns with Buddhist teachings. For example, the mind creates the world and the predictive brain. The Buddha taught that all things arise from the mind. This means the world we perceive is constructed by our own mind. Modern science has found that the brain doesn't perceive reality directly. Instead, it creates a model of the world based on past experiences. The predictive processing theory explains that the brain predicts information in advance and adjusts our perception to match what it expects. This means what we see isn't the world as it is, but the world as our brain constructs it, remarkably similar to the Buddhist teaching that the world is shaped by the mind's conditioning. But in this aspect, Buddhism offers a much deeper answer, as it allows us to experience this intangible reality directly. Everything is interconnected meets quantum theory and a universe without a center. The Buddha taught the principle of ida paccayata, which states that everything in the universe arises from causes and conditions. Nothing exists independently. In quantum physics, the theory of quantum entanglement shows that particles that have interacted remain connected, even if they are millions of light years apart. Modern physics also states that the universe has no center. Everything exists within a network of relationships. These ideas mirror the Buddhist teachings that all things arise from causes and that nothing can exist independently. From a Buddhist perspective, our self is just a combination of these causes and conditions. If you take the components apart, there's nothing left that can be called a self. The power of practice even more clearly from my experience with terminally ill patients. Many who had lost hope in modern medicine chose to spend their final days in serious Dharma practice. The results were astounding. Some found true peace, even as they neared death. Some experienced a lightness they had never felt before. Many even recovered physically in miraculous ways, healing from illnesses that were once considered hopeless. When science itself accepts that the mind influences the body, the saying, "the mind is the master, the body is the servant," might be more profound than we thought. What impresses me most about Buddhism is that the Buddha never asked us to believe blindly. He challenged us to prove it for ourselves, as said in his teachings. Do not believe just because you have heard it. Do not believe just because it is a tradition. But when you know for yourselves that certain things are wholesome and good, leading to benefit and happiness, then you should accept and practice them. The path of verification. If you're interested in proving it for yourself, I'd like to suggest a simple method from my own experience of finding that first taste of peace. Start by observing the 5 precepts for 2 to 3 days, not as religious rules, but as an intention not to harm yourself or others. Then use that time to try some simple meditation. Sit comfortably, don't worry about the posture. Don't force your mind to be calm. The desire for calm is what prevents it. Just observe your breath or the sensations in your body, relaxedly. Be just an observer. Your only job is to relax every part of your body you can feel. Conclusion: the path to truth. Today, I still use science as a bridge to explain the Dharma, because I understand most people are familiar with empirical proof. But from my direct experience, I've found that the Dharma is more profound and provides answers that cover all dimensions of life, while science is still constantly evolving and changing. The beauty of seeking truth lies in experimenting and proving it for yourself. If just keeping precepts and meditating for a few days can bring about change, imagine what could happen if you did it continuously. The more I doubted, the more I challenged and tested the Buddhist teachings. And when I saw the truth for myself, the faith that arose was solid and unshakable. For anyone who still has doubts, please don't close yourself off from the opportunity. Use your skepticism to go and prove the truth for yourself.